you care to talk about this at this point in time? Even though I'm hearing from the opposition side, they're saying that a businessman wanted to offer to buy a truck for $2.3 million. I don't know if you have seen that bit that has been making that bit that has been making the rounds on social media. Have you seen it yet, sir?
Yeah, I find it quite hilarious. Is that one truck,
This
5 trucks for 2.3 million US dollars.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So, in other words, they're saying that these trucks on average will probably be worth about 400 something thousand US a piece. Really? Anyway, I don't want to call anybody's name necessarily, and Mr. Hani, don't get upset with me. But the UPP operatives going around telling people that you promised the government that you could sell them 5 fire trucks, for new brand fire trucks, for 2.3 million US dollars. And I'm able to say categorically to the people of Antigua and Barbuda that nothing goes so. It's a lie. It's a total fabrication. Mr. Hani didn't tell anybody anything like that. In fact, there were 2 fire trucks that were bought from Mr. Hani about 7 years ago, and the cost of those 2 fire trucks were in the region between $8 and $10 million. Yeah. In fact, the contract was negotiated prior to our government coming to office, and we honored the contract. At one point, I said to Mr. Hani, these trucks are a little expensive. He said to me, well, you know what? I had to factor in, a premium for the fact that you're not going to pay me for a while. There's going to be some finance costs. I said, okay, fine. And it was already a done deal anyway. So what has happened within recent times, as you know, we lost a fire truck at Coolidge. And the one at St. John started to give trouble. So we knew we had to buy a couple of fire trucks. So we've been shopping. We went to Mr. Hani as one of the individuals. He said to us that he just could not get any new trucks to us in less than a year. And it is well known within the market that you can't buy a fire truck off the shelf. Generally, you have to wait for at least a year. So we shopped around, and the best deal that we got for a new fire truck was from out of a company located in the UK. They charged us 2-point-something million EC dollars. I think it was about 2.4, 2.5 million EC, somewhere around there, for a new brand fire truck. But they said they could not deliver before the end of the year. So we went ahead and purchased it. So that fire truck, new brand, has been paid for in full. Mr. Hani had said to us he could have gotten us a refurbished water truck, which will operate like a fire truck, for about $700,000. But again, we shopped around and we got some used ones. In fact, the one that just came here, you would believe it's $28,000 US dollars. At tax. The AG, where are you going with that? That seems like a fire truck for cooks. Sorry to say that, but this idea that we bought fire trucks for multiples of 2.3 million US dollars is a figment of Jackie's imagination and those who are peddling it. And it shows how desperate these UPP officials are. They're desperate to get back into power to go and rob the people. Now we have a fire truck that was also donated by PLH. I personally called up Justin Wilshire of PLH. I said to him, Justin, you're selling all this real estate, $1 billion worth of real estate. I want a fire truck. And don't tell me no. If you give any trouble, he said, fine, we get it for you. That fire truck will arrive here next week. And that was a gift from PLH for 120,000 US dollars. There's another one, used fire truck, which I believe was purchased for probably about 40,000 US, and that should come the following week. So within 2 weeks, we will have 3 more fire trucks coming. And then late in the year, we will have probably a 5th fire truck, which will be new brand, which will bring our fleet to 5 plus 3 at Coolidge, 8, 1 in All Saints, 9, 1 currently, which is not as reliable, at St. John's, 10, 2 in Barbuda, 12. So when they say to the nation that we have 1 fire truck in all of Antigua and Barbuda, it's a total lie. There are 2 fire trucks currently in Barbuda. There are 2 or 3 at Coolidge. And you also have a small one in Johnson's Point that Comrade Samantha Marshall had purchased for the community. And you also have one at St. John's. It's just that the one at St. John's is not very reliable. When we had the Fine Point, it had breaking problems, so they had to wait for one from Coolidge and one from All Saints. But that issue has now been resolved. So